Tommy.
First of all, I want to congratulate all the other inductees. It's quite an honor. I'm sure you all feel pretty special. You all deserve it. Next, I'd like to thank Joe Feeney and the Mexican Sports Hall of Fame Committee for allowing me to stand here and present the next Hall of Fame inductee. Thank you very much. Okay. His journey began 1533 State Street. It was softball in the backyard. Play everything live, off the wall, off the fence, off the trees, off the poles. If you can catch it before it hits the ground, it was out.
That's right.
We called it sockball because the parents didn't let us use baseballs in the backyard. We broke so many windows. So we used to take the sock and we'd stick it inside one sock and we'd roll it up and wrap it into another sock. And before you know it, we could tie it into a little rubber band on the end and we had a baseball. And it was game on.
That's right.
I remember when you were known as Little Richie. But it sure didn't take you long to establish your own identity. As a 12-year-old Little Leaguer, Gene took an unknown team from Pioneer, put us on his shoulders, and carried us. The result was something we still talk about today. We were 1971 Tournament of Champions because Gene was on the hill. In high school, Gene started dominating once again. But he really didn't quite reach his peak until his sophomore year at Delta College, where Gene started to gain everyone's attention. He won 13 games as a sophomore and led Delta to the Valley Conference Championship. He earned first team All-League, first team All-Northern Cal, first team All-State. That year, Gene received a fully ride scholarship to play baseball at Lewis and Clark in Lewiston, Idaho. As a junior, Gene continued his dominance once again. He won 12 games, led Lewis and Clark Warriors team to the NEI College World Series. That year, Gene was named All-Region, first team, All-West Coast, second team All-American. During Gene's senior year of college, shoulder injury hindered his entire season, virtually robbed him of his entire season. Numerous hours in the training room just didn't seem to help. However, that didn't deter the San Francisco Giants from selecting Gene in the amateur baseball draft later that year. Despite his hard work and dedication, nobody worked harder than Gene. He just wasn't able to recover. The Giants released him later that summer and destroyed his childhood dream of playing professional baseball. I often wondered what would have happened if Gene never suffered that injury. Because when he was healthy, he was absolutely unhittable. As I look back at all the games that we played, I remember a lot of fun, a lot of memories, and a lot of wins. I personally would like to take credit for one win in particular. See, when Gene was 18 and I was 16, we were playing Summer League Baseball, Waterloo AC. Whenever Gene was on the mound, I was his personal catcher. Probably for a couple of reasons. One, back then we really looked alike, so he probably figured that we thought alike. And two, if things didn't go well, for some reason that day, he could always do what he did best when we were growing up, and that was blame Tommy. That particular game, Gene was pitching. The game was against Bingola Trucking. It's the St. Mary's Summer League program. We always got pumped up for playing against St. Mary's because they always had the best facilities. And they always had the best looking students, so we knew there was going to be a good crowd. Gene was flat out throwing gas that night. And I was catching, and I was having a hard time handling it. There's nothing more frustrating for a pitcher who's throwing hard, and when he knows he's throwing hard, than to have a catcher back there who's catching the ball with a pillow. I was struggling to catch the ball, and they were struggling to hit it. But I could see the look on Gene's face, and he was getting angry. All of a sudden, about the fourth inning, Gene throws a bullet about 5 feet in front of home plate. The ball skipped up, hit me right in the arm. I thought, oh, that didn't feel good. So I kicked the ball in front of the home plate about 10 feet, and I picked it up, and I fired a seed right back at him. saw the look on Gene's face, and then I said, "Oh shit, I'm in trouble." A couple pitches later, Gene did it again. And I said, "Yeah, this is going to be fun." So I took a couple more steps, and I did the same thing. This time I tried to knock him off the mound. We were in a flat-out brawl. It was a fight between two siblings. And the only people that knew about it was Gene, of course, and myself, and my mom and dad, who were sitting right behind home plate. It was just another backyard brawl, one that we've had so many times before. Just in this case, unfortunately for Spingola Trucking, they got caught in the crossfire. Gene, congratulations. You absolutely deserve this honor tonight. I know Mom and Dad are looking down on us, and they're smiling. I stand here tonight as proud as I can be. What an honor. Gene, you were a fierce competitor, a great teammate. Most of all, you were a winner. 2012, Stockton Mexican Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Gene Hernandez.
All right! Woo! 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 That was good, Tom. That was
really
good.
good. Yeah. Those are my glasses.
Gene, it is an honor to present to you this medallion, and we congratulate you as we induct you into the Stockton Mexican Sports Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Gene.
Yeah!
Whoa, Tommy. First of all, baseball was good. It has always been good to me, and it's brought me a lot of friends. I can honestly say that most of my friends have all come through baseball. And there's a few people that I'd like to acknowledge through my baseball career. And first of all would be my Little League coach, Roy Allman. He brought a lot of inspiration to me as a kid, and made me further the love of baseball. Then next would be like a guy like Joe Souza and Virginia Souza. They were like the commissioner of Joe DiMaggio baseball. Even though they bought me a hot dog and a soda after the game, they were always out there to give me a hand. Then also like Ruben Lamone. Ruben Lamone, when I was in college, I was going away in college. During the summertime, Ruben Lamone was the commissioner of Cal Mex baseball and the head of Club Mexico. I played for Club Mexico. And he always said, you know, Gene, when you play, you don't have to go to work. He got me a job working for the city. So I said, what? He goes, when you play, you don't have to work. So I thought, wow, I'm going to start scheduling games during the week. I said, I don't want to go to work. And I get paid for it, you know. Then there was Beto Ramirez. Beto Ramirez was my coach when I was 18 years old, right out of high school. Beto Ramirez was the person that he believed in me, and he's the person that had a lot of influence on college scouts and professional scouts. And I can honestly say that he's the one that got me going to my four-year school. I went to Lewis and Clark State University, and it was because of Beto Ramirez. And not only that, he's the person that signed me in 1982 with the San Francisco Giants. Then my mother and father. My mother and father gave us everything. Gave everything. At our house, we had two driveways. We had a driveway on the left and a driveway on the right. The driveway on the left had a basketball court. The driveway on the right had a long driveway. The driveway on the left was, my dad had put a light up on the driveway so we could play basketball. The driveway on the right had a light so we could play baseball. We played baseball, basketball, day and night at the house. Then last of all these, my brothers, Richie and Tommy Hernandez. Richie and Tommy were just not my brothers, they were my teachers. Trying to get them guys out every day was a mission. And I can honestly say from my heart that I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for my brothers. Do that.
I'd like to take a break in the action here and just bring a couple of things to your attention. As you walked in, you might have noticed a big poster of all the